Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today, I want to share a very interesting and meaningful story with you. The story of Hamza and two seeds. This is not just a simple story about seeds. It is a story about choices, patience, and the power of thinking better for a better outcome. One small decision changed Hamza's life completely, and by the end of this story, you might look at your own life differently too. So sit back, relax, and let's begin the story of Hamza and two seeds. Hamza was a young boy living in a small village surrounded by green hills and long fields. Every morning, he woke up before sunrise and helped his father in the farm. Life was not easy for their family, but Hamza always tried to smile. Still, deep inside, Hamza had one big problem. He always thought negatively. If rain came late, he said, "This year will be terrible." If he made one mistake, he said, "I can never do anything right." If someone else succeeded, he felt unlucky and weak. His father often noticed this habit. One evening, while they were sitting outside their small house, Hamza's father said softly, "Son, your thoughts are like seeds. Whatever seed you plant in your mind will grow in your life." Hamza did not understand. "How can thoughts change life?" he asked. His father smiled but gave no answer. Instead, the next morning, he handed Hamza two small seeds. "One seed represents positive thinking," he explained. "The other represents negative thinking. Plant both in separate places and take care of them for 1 month." Hamza laughed. "How can seeds teach me about life?" "You will understand," his father replied calmly. So Hamza planted the two seeds. For the first seed, he chose a place near sunlight. Every day he watered it carefully. While watering it, he spoke good words. "You will grow strong. You will become healthy. You will give beautiful flowers." For the second seed, he planted it carelessly near stones. Sometimes he forgot to water it. Sometimes he even complained. Then while looking at it, after 1 month, the first plant had bright yellow flowers. Butterflies moved around it. The second plant looked dry and weak. Hamza finally went to his father. "Now I understand," he said quietly. "The way we treat something affects how it grows." His father nodded. "Exactly. And the human mind is the same. If you fill your mind with fear, anger, and hopelessness, your life becomes weak. But if you fill it with hope, patience, and positive action, your life becomes stronger." Those words stayed inside Hamza's heart. From that day, he decided to change himself. A new beginning. Changing thoughts was not easy. The next morning, Hamza woke up and saw dark clouds covering the sky. Usually, he would complain immediately. But this time he stopped himself. Instead of saying, "Today will be bad," he whispered, "Maybe rain will help our crops." It was a small change, but it felt strange and powerful. Later that day, while carrying water buckets, Hamza slipped and fell into the mud. Some boys nearby laughed loudly. Normally, Hamza would become angry and embarrassed. But he took a deep breath and smiled. "At least the buckets didn't break," he joked. Even the boys stopped laughing. For the first time, Hamza noticed something important. Positive thinking did not remove problems instantly, but it changed his reaction to them. And that reaction changed everything. The old teacher. A few weeks later, a new teacher arrived in the village school. His name was Master Kareem. He was old, wise, and respected by everyone. One day he asked the students a question. "What is the strongest power in the world?" Some students answered, "Money." Others said, "Strength." One boy shouted, "Knowledge." Master Kareem smiled. "All are powerful," he said, "but the strongest power is the human mind. A person who controls his thoughts can change his future." Hamza listened carefully. The teacher continued, "Two people can face the same storm. One becomes broken. The other becomes stronger. The difference is not the storm. The difference is the thinking." After class, Hamza approached him. "Sir," he asked, "can positive thinking really change destiny?" Master Kareem looked at him kindly. "Positive thinking alone is not magic," he explained. "But positive thinking creates positive action. Positive action creates better habits. Better habits create success. Hamza never forgot those words. The big opportunity. 1 year later, news spread through the village. A large farming company announced a competition. Young farmers could present new farming ideas. The winner would receive modern farming equipment and a scholarship to study agriculture in the city. Everyone became excited. Hamza also wanted to join, but fear on tier. His mind. What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I'm not smart enough? Negative thoughts returned like dark shadows. That evening he sat alone near the fields. Suddenly, he remembered the 2 seeds. He remembered Master Kareem's words. Slowly, he stood up. No, he said firmly. I will try. For the next several weeks, Hamza worked day and night. He studied books, asked experienced farmers questions, and created a plan to save water during dry seasons. Sometimes his plan failed. Sometimes he became tired. Sometimes people mocked him. One villager laughed and said, "A poor village boy wants to compete with educated city students?" Those words hurt Hamza deeply. But instead of quitting, he used them as motivation. Every morning he repeated 3 sentences. I can learn. I can improve. I will not give up. The competition day. Finally, competition day arrived. Hamza traveled to the city for the first time in his life. Tall buildings, busy roads, and large schools surrounded him. He suddenly felt small and nervous. Other participants wore expensive clothes and spoke confident English. Some had laptops and professional presentations. Hamza looked at his simple papers and felt afraid again. Maybe he did not belong there. Maybe people were right. As his turn came closer, his hands started shaking. Then he closed his eyes. He remembered his father. He remembered the healthy seed. He remembered all the mornings he refused to quit. Slowly, he took a deep breath. Better think, better outcome, he whispered to himself. When his name was called, Hamza walked onto the stage. At first his voice was weak, but then he began speaking from his heart. He explained how small farmers wasted water because of poor irrigation methods. He showed a simple and affordable system he had designed using local materials. The judges listened carefully. Some participants used expensive technology, but Hamza's idea was practical for poor villages. When he finished, the room became silent. Then people started clapping. Hamza could hardly believe it. The result. Hours later, all participants gathered for the final announcement. Third place was announced. Then, second place. Hamza's name was still not called. His heart beat faster. Finally, the main judge smiled and said, "First place goes to Hamza Khan." For a moment, Hamza stood frozen. He could not move. The crowd clapped loudly while tears filled his eyes. The same boy who once believed he could do nothing had won the biggest opportunity of his life. When Hamza returned to the village, everyone celebrated. But the happiest person was his father. "You see now?" his father asked gently. Hamza nodded with tears in his eyes. "Yes," he said. "Thoughts truly become outcomes. Success in the city." Hamza moved to the city to continue his studies. At first, life there was difficult. The classes were harder. Students spoke better English. Some teachers were strict. Many nights Hamza wanted to quit. But now he understood something important. Negative thinking destroys energy before action even begins. Positive thinking gives courage to continue. Whenever problems came, Hamza trained his mind to search for solutions instead of excuses. Eventually, Hamza became one of the best agriculture experts in the country. He developed modern systems that help thousands of farmers save water and grow better crops. People invited him to universities and conferences. Young students admired him. But whenever someone praised his success, Hamza always shared the same lesson. Everything began when I changed my thinking. The return to the village. Many years later, Hamza returned to his old village. Nothing had changed much. The same green hills stood proudly under the sky. The same small roads crossed the fields. Children still played near the river. Hamza visited his old home and found his father sitting outside, older now, but smiling warmly. Together they walked toward the place where Hamza had planted the 2 seeds years ago. The first plant had grown into a strong tree. The second had disappeared long ago. Hamza touched the tree gently. This tree changed my life, he said. His father smiled. No, son, your thinking changed your life. The tree only helped you understand. Hamza's speech. That evening the villagers gathered to welcome Hamza. They asked him to give a speech to the young people. Hamza stood before the crowd and spoke slowly. When I was young, I believed negative thoughts were normal. I thought worrying made me realistic. But I learned something powerful. Your mind is like soil. If you plant fear, you grow weakness. If you plant hope, you grow courage. If you plant excuses, you grow failure. But if you plant discipline, learning, patience, and positive thinking, success slowly begins to grow. The young boy asked, does positive thinking mean life becomes easy? Hamza smiled. The final lesson. Years later, Hamza wrote a sentence on the wall of the village school, so every student could read it daily. Better think, better outcome. Under it he wrote, your future begins with your thoughts. Children read those words every morning before class. Some became teachers. Some became doctors. Some became farmers and engineers. But all of them remembered one lesson. The mind is powerful. The way you think shapes the way you act. The way you act shapes the life you build. And sometimes, the difference between failure and success begins with one simple decision: to think better. Moral: problems are part of life, but mindset decides whether we grow or give up. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support motivates us to create more amazing stories and English learning videos for you every day. Here, you will keep getting daily English videos, motivational stories, and useful content to improve your learning and confidence. So stay connected with the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.